Good morning, bright eyes. Another cool, crisp fall morning on what's going to be a beautiful fall day. Yes, the great weather has arrived with the cold temps at night. Today is probably going to be the biggest day of the section because it's 19 miles, and part of the problem is the 11-mile stretch with no water that goes over Parkview Mountain. Also, one of the bigger obstacles between me and Steamboat Springs. So many people I've heard talk about the storms and being socked in and the steepness of Parkview, but at least we won't have the storms. We'll have the steepness. Anyways, I got to get going because it's cold out, all right? So I'll see you down the trail. Hello. Pardon the interruption. I know there's not been that much vid this morning, but kind of the area is whole blasé. This whole stretch, I think, from Grand Lake to Steamboat Springs is going to be kind of a connector section, not really much highlights. And the reason why I had stopped here about 8 miles is that what you see here is the last water source on the trail for 11 miles. And we have to go up and over Parkview Mountain at the same time. Can't stop here for the night. It's really too early. So I got to keep on moving, but it's been slow going. The trail coming down from Ruby Mountain had a lot of blowdowns. And then we got to this stretch 7 miles before the next road, and it's a lot of dirt bike tracks. So it means no blowdowns, but the same token, it's all rutted and difficult to get any speed or traction in. So I'm hoping that changes as I go over Parkview Mountain, but I'm not looking forward to Parkview either, just because I'd heard so many horror stories about it from other people who'd been there, who had either whiteout conditions, storms hit them, steep. At least now the weather is looking great. We got a few little clouds in the distance, but still holding up beautifully. So I hope it goes throughout the afternoon. I just got to take advantage of the good weather while I can and probably end up with a 19 mile plus day. Yes, maybe even a little bit more to find a campsite, all the way up to 20. So I just got to keep on plugging away, even if I have to plug it away after the sun sets. So be it. I've just got to make it over. Another option might be stay at the top of Parkview, but I don't think that'll be a great place to stay. Anyways, you're going to find out eventually what happens here. So hang on. Keep with me. Happy trails. Hello, bright eyes. Oh, we made it, because this is where I'm stopping. Dry camp. Didn't quite make the water, but we have plenty of water for dinner tonight, so I think we'll be okay. And just deplete the water and then hike there tomorrow morning and get a whole new stash after that. But wow, what an amazing ridgeline that Parkview is, especially since most of you spend on the divide, at least on the north side, the north approach, which a friend hiker of mine, when I asked him what was the steepest section he'd done of the CDT, and he was talking about this one, he said, oh, hated it at Parkview, but I came up from the south side, and that was well graded and in good shape. And then you understand when you go the other way, you're just following the ridgeline, the divide, up and down. It's the original trail. And it's kind of nice to hike trail like that, give you a old-time feel of what the Continental Divide Trail was like when Jim Wolfe wrote his guidebooks. And there's still sections that haven't been tamed yet with switchbacks or whatever. So it's nice to touch upon that. Anyways, beautiful ridgeline. It sets me up well, I think, to get to Rabbit's Ears Pass in 3 days. Getting over this mountain was kind of a hurdle, but now it's passed. So now I think, well, we'll see. I don't want to promise that the trail is going to become easy all of a sudden, but certainly not as difficult as what we just did. So good, solid day. Let's just start over again tomorrow. Thanks for coming along. Happy trails.